Hey, what is up, all my chill gamers? Today's August 4th, Monday. But I'm going to tell you this weekend was really special, wasn't it? It really was. There's two games that were kind of announced that kind of cool. Like, you know what I mean? But first, guys, let's like, share, subscribe to this channel because I'm telling you right now, the fun's not going to stop here. Because I told you, chill gaming is back. I'm going to try to make as many videos as I can. Possibly a video a week, maybe two at the most as of right now. See what my new job schedule is like. But I'm gonna tell you this, it's not gonna stop. We're here, we're back in full effect. But today we're gonna be talking about DarkSiders 4. THQ Nordic announced that on Friday, I think it was Friday. I don't know, the weekend went so fast, I don't even know. Today's already Monday. It was Friday or Thursday or something like that. But I remember watching the trailer, I was really excited for it. But those who don't know about the story, I'm going to tell you a little bit of background on the stories from the first game to the Genesis and where it might be leading to, and I'm really excited for it. But anyway, guys, let's get into the video where it all started out. DarkSiders 1. DarkSiders is a third-person action-adventure game developed by Vigil Games and published by THQ. Released in 2010, it blends a hack-and-slash combat, puzzle-solving, and exploration in a post-apocalyptic world. You play as War, one of the four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, who's accused of triggering the end of days too early. Now stripped of his powers and hunted by heaven and hell, War must uncover the truth behind the destruction of Earth. The story kicks off with Earth being suddenly destroyed in a battle between heaven and hell. War descends, thinking it's time, but he was summoned alone. Something's wrong. Blamed for breaking the scarce balance, War is changed by the Charred Council. He's given one chance to find who betrayed him and bring justice or face oblivion. Accompanied by the Watcher, a cruel, manipulative spirit, War ventures across the ruins of Earth, fighting demons, angels, and ancient beasts to uncover a conspiracy that runs deeper than he imagined. Gameplay in DarkSiders is a mix of God of War style combat and Zelda style exploration. You use War's massive sword, the Chaos Eater, and gain new weapons and gear like the Crossblade and Voidwalker and more. Puzzles are woven into dungeons, offering a require clever use of items to progress. And let's not forget about Ruin, War's fiery steed, making combat, travel, and faster for more cinematic gameplay. DarkSiders isn't just a game, it's the beginning of a grand saga with epic world-building, fast-paced combat, and mythical tale of betrayal, redemption, and moral power. It's a must-play for any action adventure. And this was only the beginning. Then came DarkSiders 2, a much larger and more ambitious game. This time you played as Death, faster, more agile, and more tactical. The world was semi-open with loot-driven RPG mechanics, fast travel, and deep side content. It leaned harder into action RPG territory, similar to Diablo or Prince of Persia. Set during the apocalypse, a parallel story to the first game, Death is trying to clear his brother's War's name by resurrecting humanity. Visits realms like the Forged Lands, Kingdom of the Dead, and Lost Light. Unique lore mixing Christian mythology with original fantasy. It was actually a pretty cool story in my understanding because I love the story. Also with dude wielding weapons, scythes, hammers, and claws. Skill trees, Hairbringer, melee base, and Necromancer, the summon based. Loot systems similar to Diablo, randomized gear with stats, rarities, mobility focused combat, and dungeon design. The art style and music was crazy cool. Like comic book meets gothic fantasy, huge boss design, stylized architecture, great epic music score by Jasper Keed, who also did Assassin's Creed and Hitman. Released during THQ's financial collapse, launched between AAA giants like Mass Effect 3 and Dishonored, lacked marketing push despite its strong reviews. Still, visually striking, especially with definitive editions running on the PS4 and PS5 remasters. Runs well on modern systems, easily 20 to 40 plus hours of gameplay. It's definitely a hidden gem for fans of action RPGs and dungeon crawlers. I gotta say though, DarkSiders 2 was one of my favorites in the saga. I just love the whole smooth gameplay of fighting and exploration. It was definitely one of my great ones in 2012 when I first got it. I gotta tell you, man, I was hoping they remade it, but it's fine if they didn't. They actually did like a remaster. I have it on PC, so I'm cool with that. It looks great. I'm actually gonna play it soon, so can't wait for that. 6 years later, DarkSiders 3 arrived with a major change in direction. Fury, the whip-wielding third horseman, faced the 7 deadly sins in a tighter, more intimate adventure. But the big twist, a Souls-like formula, checkpoint, base progressing, respawning enemies, and slower, more methodical combat. The game had potential but received mixed reviews. It suffered from technical issues at launch, and the Souls-like shift divided the fan base. Some loved the challenge, others missed the old formula. The game picks up during the same timeline as the first 2 DarkSiders games. Fury is taxed by the Charred Council to restore balance by eliminating the sins, but as with previous games, nothing is quite what it seems. It expects twists, betrayal, connections to overall DarkSiders of universe that fans will appreciate. Unlike the more hack and slash focused DarkSiders 1 and 2, DarkSiders 3 leans towards a Dark Souls-like combat style. You need some timing, patience, and strategy. Fury uses a whip called the Barbs of Scorn and gains elemental hollows forms like Flame, Storm, and Force that change her weapons into traversal abilities. The world is semi-open and interconnected, encouraging exploration and backtracking. Visually, the game blends destruction with dark fantasy art. While not a AAA polish, the environments hold up nicely and carry the classic DarkSiders aesthetic. With DarkSiders Genesis, released in 2019 by Airship Syndicate and published by THQ Nordic, is a prequel set before the original trilogy. For the first time, you control 2 horsemen, War, the brooding tank from the first game, and Strife, the witty dual pistol wielding newcomer. Unlike its predecessors, Genesis dishes the third-person view for a top-down action RPG style. Think Diablo meets DarkSiders. Gameplay is fast and fluid. You can swap between War and Strife on the fly, each offering a completely different playstyle. War excels in the melee combat with his oversized sword, while Strife is all about the mobility and range DPS. The game also adds RPG elements with creature cores, letting you customize upgrades and bonuses. There's also plenty of Legend of Zelda puzzle solving, hidden areas, and even some light performing platforming. I loved how they always add this Legend of Zelda playstyle because it's just a great concept. You know what I mean? So the story follows War and Strife as they uncover the demonic conspiracy involving Lucifer himself. It's full of classic DarkSiders themes, betrayals, celestial politics, and apocalyptic stakes. Visually, the game holds up with vibrant comic book style art direction. Environments range from fiery hellscapes to eerie temples with lots of variety. But the real fun? Co-op. You can team up locally or online, and each player gets his 1 horseman. It's incredibly satisfying coordinating attacks and puzzle solving together. Plus, the game encourages replaying levels to find hidden upgrades and tackle tougher difficulties. So where does DarkSiders 4 fit in? It's Strife's time now, the final horseman. He's fast, sarcastic, and dual wields pistols, mercy, and redemption. We got a small taste of him in DarkSiders Genesis, a top-down spin-off that featured both Strife and War in a co-op. But DarkSiders 4 needs to bring everything together. The exploration and dungeon of DarkSiders 1, the RPG system and world building of DarkSiders 2, the polish and pacing of DarkSiders 3 without the missteps. Strife's personality and playstyle open up the possibility for gunplay, agility, stealth, or even range-based combat. He's the most modern feeling character in the franchise, so expectations are high. Here's the truth. DarkSiders has been hanging by a thread. The original developers' visual games shut down after THQ's bankruptcy. The series survived through the sheer fan demand and THQ Nordic's commitment to keeping it alive. The last mainline game was 2018. The industry changed. If DarkSiders 4 flops, whether from the poor sales, bugs, or lack of innovation, it might be the end of the road. But if it hits, it could be a revive from the franchise, maybe even lead to DarkSiders 5, a full co-op 4 horseman game or MMO-like team-based battle between heaven and hell and humanity. Fans want closure. They waited over a decade to play as all 4 horsemen. They want the epic endgame series has been teasing since day one. DarkSiders 4 isn't just another sequel, it's the culmination of the 4 separate stories. 4 horsemen, 4 visions of the apocalypse. It has to deliver. The world is on fire, heaven and hell are at war, And Strife is ready to pull the trigger. DarkSiders 4 is coming, and it might just be our last ride. So guys, what do you think? What do you want to see in DarkSiders 4? Which Horseman is your favorite? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you were hyped for DarkSiders 4. And I can't wait to play this game. But here's my quick thoughts about everything. I love the other games. I think they were pretty good in their own right. But I think DarkSiders 4 must deliver what fans want. What do we want, guys? A lot of us want co-op. An open world kind of situation. That may be a little hard. But I'll take a linear game with 4-player co-op. You know what I mean? I think that the Horsemen will be a great... I mean, I'm thinking about the ending. Like all 4 of them get together and it'll be kind of amazing, wouldn't it? Like, I don't know. I think a 4-player co-op will be great. I mean, I'll take 2. It's fine. You know, with the NPCs being computer. But I will say this. It would be kind of cool to play with co-op. All 4 of them, you know. Doing different mechanics to pass certain, you know, dungeons or world building around you, and you have to figure things out together as a team. And I would say they need to put their all into this game to make it a revive and like really come back. And that could open the door for DarkSiders 5 if they don't close out the story in this game. But anyway, guys, that's all for today. I can't wait to show you guys more down the road when future updates come out, future trailers come out, future way more information comes out. But as always, guys, stay chill and happy gaming. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.